Wants to vibrate, doesn't it? Oh! Hi, I'm Paul Brodie. We're in the shop here. Guy called Mitch behind the cameras, and we're working on the WOZNOT brake. Mitch and I like coffees. Please watch our video, How We Made a Small Fortune. It explains a lot about coffee. Last time I said I was going to make a bunch of these parts. I didn't do that. Life got in the way. I got busy, amongst other things. But I did do some things. I made a cardboard template, and I made a tool. This is the tool that works the radius. Remember, maybe you don't remember, but there's a radius here, and I couldn't figure out what I was going to do. Can you see how that fits pretty darn well, like that? Have I got enough light there? How about that? It fits pretty darn well. This is kind of long, but I had this. I've had this for years, and I had this, so what I did, I ground it in a radius, I cut it away, and then because as it's going down, there's a force going that way because of the angle, I made up this little piece here. This is just 3/8, 60, 61, and it held on with an Allen screw. It stops the tool from moving over because it's kind of a lot. This is all kind of long. If I was doing this and I was doing 1,000 of these, this whole thing would be a lot shorter. And then also, just because of how this got made, I put a spacer in behind the tool because the tool was too far back. We're going to use that today. I cut this one out just to save a bit of time, make sure my saw is working. It looks like there's a bit of a flat spot there, but I'm going to use a file and I'm going to make a nice radius. See how this is a nice radius? This has a little flat spot right now. So what I'm going to do is I've got this. This is like a taper. So that's what locates it. See how I line up the holes? Brand new Sharpie. And this is my guide for when I bandsaw. There we go. And I'm leaving this here. Can you see here? See how I got a flat there? And I got a flat there. So when I hold it in the mill, got to do some operations in the mill, that can be held against the vice jaw because that is flat. That's going to be nice, and then it'll sit like that because I'm going to have to cut this. After this gets cut down, so I'm going to use an end mill and cut it in, and then it's going to get held in the vise. I'll dial up to this, and for that I can put this in a 3-jaw. I need the smaller one, or I'll just machine that down a little bit. And that's what's going to locate. And then we'll use this tool and cut that. Okay, let's go to the bandsaw. We'll cut that out, and then we're in the mill. Thanks for tuning in. I want to show you a little something here. Maybe it's a trick. I don't know. I got a digital caliper, and I need to measure the offset. See, can you see here I made a sketch? And this is a top view of this. Can you see that? And I need to measure in. So it's a little hard to do like that, okay? Because this radius, it's hard to measure like that. So I got a little trick here I'll show you. Maybe you know this trick. So what I do, I put the caliper on this and I zero it, okay? So I am zeroed on this. So now when I measure down like this, I get a good reading. You see how that works? Is it a trick? I don't know, but it's something that's useful to know. So 473, let's say 475. This is kind of how I work. 75, and this one here is going to be less. 160. Gonna swap sides here. 515, 071. So this is 160, 515. Okay, does that all make sense? Because remember, I don't have a drawing. just kind of winging it here. First thing we're going to do is to do this and this, because then I can do that. I can't do that until we do that. Can't do this until we do that. So I need to make a mark, and it's going to be, see how that goes like that? So it's basically at a 90, isn't it? It's kind of coming in like that. So we'll do one at a time. So I'm going to hold this in the vise like that, and the end mill is going to come in like that, and I'm going to go up to the line. I'm taking cuts of 60 thou. You have to keep your mouth closed here, because otherwise the chips are coming off like that. Yeah, don't go into your mouth. And aluminum's got a crappy taste to it. It really is. Bad taste. Because the end mill is turning clockwise, if I move the end mill into the corner and it grabs, that's called climb milling. There's a possibility it can grab because there's a little bit of play in my table. It's not a CNC where they got the ball joints, no play. So I'm just being careful this way. I'm plunging down and then going out, moving the end mill out. So I'm not climb milling, not doing that. Trying to be careful here. That's one side done on the bottom. So now we're going to work on this guy, and then we're going to do those radiuses. See here, I got my taper, call it a cone, and I'm going to center it more or less on the hole, That looks pretty, that's pretty close. This is where we find out if it works. Okay, here's the washers off the other brake. Look at that. It looks pretty darn good. This is the one with the knurl. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're gonna flip it over. We got 3 more to do. Okay, our next step is we're going to be in the mill, and we're going to mill down these pieces here. So I have to clamp it offset in the vise to allow room for the end mill, and I'm going to mark where the cut goes to. A little bit of vibration going on there. All right. And that's because this is kind of hanging out a ways now. It's not fully supported, but I can polish that down. That'll be okay. It's okay. It's not perfect, but I can sand that. It's nice and flat out to there. So what I got to do now is that's too small to hold. So I'm going to hold it here. I know it's quite a ways, but I'll just have to make it work. Wants to vibrate, doesn't it? Oh! Okay, that's not a good method there. Well, I thought I broke an end mill, but no, it just it took a chunk out. Okay, so I cannot go in, I can't climb mill. I can only go the other way. I'll kind of cheat here and I won't have a problem. Wow, that's a little bit of drama. WOZNOT brake holds drama. Vibrators. All right. So it turned out fine. It's a little bit rough. And that's where I was matching this cut with this cut. That's not bad. That's going to take a little bit of sanding. So, all right, we're on to the other side now. And I've learned from this, so hopefully I can do a better job, okay? Not so risky. not bad for matching. Look at that. About a thou difference there. I also left this on. On the other one, it goes right to the end. But this way I can hold it. I might want to hold both sides there. So, okay, we got one more cut. 475 in. Okay, you can see where the end mill touched here. It's because the vise isn't holding it perfectly. This is not, it's kind of flat, but I've also pressed in some bushing, so it's probably not quite perfectly flat. So I can sand that down, that's okay. What I'm doing here is making a spigot that holds this, and then we're gonna, oh, pretty good fit. And then we're gonna hold this in the rotary table, and we're gonna make that a beautiful arc. Okay. More washes, please. Coming right up. And then we're back in the mill. That's what it looks like. Got a nice little radius there, and it needs to be filed so everything blends. I got a little bit of filing. I might even use the bandsaw a little bit there. All right, success. Let's go back to the bench and finish up. As you can see, I got a lot of filing to do. I'll do that on my own time. Thanks for watching. At first I thought, oh, just a lot of machining, but it turned out to be a pretty interesting video. We had a bang on the mill as the end mill court, and there was a couple other things going on. Mitch and I like coffees. If you buy us coffees, much appreciated. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends. See you next time.